Welcome back to the Fire Emblem Awakening playthrough. Last time, actually, I'm not fully sure what we did last time. The reason for that is I'm gonna do another one of those things that I did a little while ago, where I record a cutscene in advance and edit it onto the start of a later part. This cutscene plays automatically after you've finished Chapter 20, but it makes more sense immediately preceding Chapter 21, and I'm not going to go directly to Chapter 21 right after 20. So, pre-recording this cutscene. So after defeating Wildheart, we're now back at Yellowstone. Or not, apparently we're back on the North Road.
Crom.
And yeah, this was back when we first met all the shepherds. Oh, this line's so ironic. Mary Sue's going in her head. Ha 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 ha. But she won't bother us anymore.
Right.
Well, it's Fire Emblem. There has to be pretty much war all the time.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, he's the main character.
Yes.
And we would have got a game over if he wasn't allowed to around to guide us.
Yeah.
This is the line that's made so many people ship Crom and Robin. So yeah, the final gemstone is Sable, aka the Dark Sphere. Previously, the Dark Sphere did horrible, horrible things to whoever held it, so hopefully it's lost its corrupting influence now. But, apparently, there is a catch to attempting the Awakening ritual. Whoever does it must brave Naga's Flame War. Or die horribly. I wonder why Lucina's reacting strangely to this. Actually, I think it does make sense, though. In Lucina's timeline, Crom obviously died long before he even had a chance at doing the Awakening ritual, so she probably never even knew that the ritual risks the initiator dying.
I'm so sorry.
Well, he's the main character, and main characters have a tendency to survive otherwise lethal trials.
My lord. Right.
Oh no! Of course King Maleficar, the Disney villain, has the Dark Sphere.
What? Well...
They sent for us? That's even worse. And Maleficar is requesting our presence in person. That's not suspicious at all! Yeah, I like that Frederick is at least suspicious about this. See, that makes me respect Frederick. He's not a complete moron like a lot of RPG heroes. Oh, the villain has the last plot device that we need and wants us to meet him in person? Nothing could go wrong. Ooh. It probably wasn't.
Really?
Yeah, but the one time she did almost got her captured. I mean, one time that she went to one involving a foul-smelling peace offering. Yeah, villains do have a tendency to kind of reveal where the thing they're hiding is, when they claim that they want to just kill you. They're like, oh, by the way, my evil plan is blah blah, but you won't live to see it because, and then you do live to see it, and him saying that screws him over. But we've got to make sure that everyone is armed to the teeth before we go.
No.
Yeah, there's a dilemma involving the Fire Emblem. If we bring it, obviously Maleficent wants it to, you know, work with his evil plan, but if we leave it here, it's not guarded by us, and anything not guarded by player characters in an RPG is doomed to be stolen. And with that, we complete Chapter 20, and Plegia Castle itself opens up on the world map. We're all the way back at Yildestol, so we can access it pretty easily. So, here we are, Plegia Castle, and it's here that I will actually cut the video back to the future for me. A few seconds for you, so cutting now. And well, it was quite a while for me, but I've not only done several chapters since that part that you just saw there, but I've also, well, I've done quite a lot of inventory management, including, since we can't actually buy short axes at the moment, I've forged Jerome a hand axe with a pretty appropriate name. But anyway, let's begin Chapter 21. 5 gemstones. Well, I guess we'll be getting the 5th one in this chapter. Nothing can possibly go wrong. So, we were at Plegia's Castle courtyard in, all the way back in Chapter 9, when Emerin, well, yeah. But this is the first time we'll be inside Plegia Castle itself, in an actual chapter.
Huh? No.
But Lucina's more interested in that giant skull. Yeah, Plegia's castle being built on top of a giant dragon skull was pretty suspicious, and there were huge bones everywhere in a lot of the earlier chapters, so what's up with that? Could it possibly be...
What?
Yes.
Maybe that's Grima's skull. It's a disturbing thought.
So ends the human race. The future is built upon the past, but your kind shall never see it. Your mother and father are dead, tiny one. And now it is your turn to die!
And we don't get to see what happened as a result of that, but clearly that attack mustn't have killed Grima, considering the future is still doomed and Lucina had to go back in time, so what did happen there? An interesting thought. No, we can't, considering how big he was in that cutscene and how pretty much everyone was dead in that timeline. Something about that cutscene, though, that I've had pointed out to me on YouTube videos that I was looking at on comparisons between the Japanese and English cutscenes in this game. The weird thing is that in the Japanese version, the voice distortion on Grima's voice clips was so insane that apparently even native Japanese speakers had a hard time even understanding what the hell Grima was saying, so... yeah, I think the English voice acting definitely improved there.
Listen.
Though, then again, what did Lucina change? She slightly moved Emerin's death forward, and Basilio still died. Really? Everything so far seems to have been going according to how it's supposed to.
Father.
The real change in history is going to come soon. And so we're back with these ominous, totally not evil purple carpets.
Listen.
Once again, more whispering. It seems like this castle attracts that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's a surprise to absolutely no one.
Right.
Yeah, this is definitely an evil trap.
Good day, my lord.
Oh, hello again, Aversa. I think we
What have we here?
more have business with you. Greetings once again, Malefifar. How we have not missed you. It's most likely a sword in the face. You know, what concerns me is the armed soldiers that are everywhere, and the fact that you're probably about to break into a villain song any second. This is actually kind of interesting, because I know he probably doesn't mean it this way, but if you played Marth's games, you'll know that there is supposedly a curse on the Fire Emblem and the Gemstones. The one who carries the Fire Emblem is usually always doomed to lose someone they love.
What?
Of course, Malefifar thinks they're cursed because they defeated the evil dragon. And now he's doing hammy hands, of course. Oh, he's figured out that Lucina's from the future. That's not good.
What? Now then.
And he's cut right to the chase. He's not making any attempt at the definitely not a villain act anymore. He's basically just flat out stated, yeah, I'm evil. Give me the emblem now.
Oh, gods, no.
He's even saying seize them. Seriously, anyone who uses the phrase seize them is usually evil.
Crom.
And so our great strategy for dealing with Malefifar's evil plan is run away! And in a really nice touch, this music continues to play over the preparation screen. Really adds to the ominous atmosphere of this place, though I like to think of this background music as Malefifar's villain song. But anyway, we have some sword masters here, berserkers. The enemy weapons are mostly forged, just like in the paralogs, and the enemies are level 10 promoted, so a bit stronger than the ones that we've been facing so far. We also have Maya back. This is the main gimmick of this chapter. Lots of Maya sorcerers. Maya sorcerers everywhere. However, this guy right here has a droppable Maya tome. This is the first time you're ever able to obtain one outside of random merchants or other random rewards. So, yeah. Also, you might notice here these staircases all down the side of the castle in an area that you can't get to. Those will be important in a bit, as will these staircases, so yeah. There are reinforcements in this chapter, obviously. Also, the boss here is Algol, a slimy, underhanded Grimleal priest who looks exactly like that wyvern poacher that we fought recently. Yeah, I told you Moristan was a reused portrait. We just hadn't met the guy he was reused from. This is the one you're supposed to meet first, I think. Also, he's doing that annoying AI cheat thing by having a droppable normal bolt axe, and the one he has equipped is a forged bolt axe. Does mean that he runs off his lower attacking stat, though. On Lunatic mode, he has Axe Fair, which actually boosts his magic by 5 instead of strength because he's equipping a magic axe. Anyway, though, the objective here is technically to defeat the boss. However, if you played Fire Emblem 5 or Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn, then you'll notice this map takes a lot of cues in terms of how you play it from escape missions in those games. Basically, your goal here is to get out of here as quickly as possible, and you need to keep moving, which means high movement is paramount here. And for that reason, I would normally pick Starl and Sully, but they have terrible resistance and we're going to get hit by a lot of Maya enemies, so I might reconsider that. Now, we're going to be fighting a lot of enemy magic users, so because of that, I'm going to bring some people with high resistance. Muriel, Laurent, he has high movement and high resistance, so that's useful. Also Sairi, because she's a pretty good mage killer as far as sword users go. Tiki, just for a pair-up partner. Also, I think Tiki should be involved in this chapter. We're helping complete the Emblem and going up against the sworn enemy of Naga, so makes sense that we'd bring Tiki here. I haven't used Gaius in a while, and I need to here because there are chests. Some enemies do drop keys, but it's safer to have a thief on your side. I'm also going to bring Yarn and Pan, because I haven't used them in a while, and they're amazing. 3 more deployment slots. I definitely need a healer here. And for my healer, I'd actually want to bring Maribel and also Brady, because I want to get their supports up. Now, why Maribel? Having a mounted healer is incredibly useful here, because you need to be moving quickly, and a healer who can't keep the pace with you is going to get... bad things will happen to them, let's just say. So, a mounted healer is really useful here. Brady will just be for the pair-up bonuses and for extra offense, plus good resistance. And I can only select one more character. Now, I'm not bringing any of Jerome's parents here because I'm going to do something, well, you'll see. Crom and Mary Sue are going to pair up because even though she's optional, I do want to bring her here, and I also want to bring Lucina for reasons that will become apparent later. We have one more deployment slot, though. Who can we bring? We have quite a lot of characters to choose from, and while Olivia might be helpful, like helping us keep moving, she might get left behind if I do that, and well, yeah, Olivia getting left behind is not a good thing. And it's tempting to bring Anna to have a second thief here, but she's gonna get kinda slaughtered by a lot of the enemies in this area. See, Ricken's resistance is actually terrible for a magic user, so he's not the best choice here because we're going to be going up against a lot of enemy mages, so... who else to bring? Okay, I just noticed something. There's something kind of strange here that I didn't know before. Gaius can actually support Libra, and having an extra healer on our side may be useful, so, and giving Gaius an extra pair-up partner, because he's going to be going it alone for a while. So Libra might actually be useful here, although I might want to restock his physics staff. There we go. Right, now I believe we're all in position. Here we go.
Are you ready?
So this is basically an escape mission. Our job is to run away and cut down everyone in our path. And of course, you know, reinforcements. And saving. Okay, so first things first. Before you move any flyers in this chapter, be sure you lock in the ranges of these assassins, because those bows hurt a lot. And yeah, I may have had Jerome get severely damaged by one of those bows before, so that was kind of bad. But we get to see Jerome fighting as a griffin here.
Don't fight my battles.
And he's being a langsty. So as you can see, I'm having him pair up with Lucina here, and that's because I actually intend to S-support them. I'll talk more about why I want to S-support them later on, as in when we actually start seeing their supports, but basically the reason is that I consider them to be the closest thing to a implied canon pairing in the second generation, thanks to a lot of supplementary materials, basically. Well, if I'm only going to get one attack, I might as well only use the one use left spell, just to get out of my inventory. You know, I just realized, I don't know if I've even mentioned this yet. Also, Crom has a C rank in Lances, which is actually pretty awesome. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but... and it's strange that I haven't mentioned that at all. For those of you who don't know, unlike physical weapons, which only take up a use of the weapon if you actually hit with the attack, magical weapons use up uses of the weapon regardless whether you hit or not. So even if you miss, you consume a use of the weapon. And gonna open this door and take out this Maya guy now. I always found it weird though that in the series bows only consumed uses if they hit the enemy, because really a bow's durability wouldn't be affected by whether it hits or not, because it's, I mean, the arrows that actually hit the enemy rather than the bow itself, so yeah. That's annoying. I need to get rid of you. You know, I might equip that for a moment, just for pretty much a guaranteed kill on the Dual Strike here. If I get this Dual Strike, that'd be very good, because that'd mean that I don't have to waste Maribel's movement finishing this guy off.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sairi. Double level up. Awesome. And yeah, Tiki's almost maxed on her level, and still, Nar is horribly outclassing her. That was very good. That was very, very good, Sairi. So yeah, with that, most of that range is just Maya, but... Okay, physical enemies, no, but... Maribel's luck is so high that Ruin isn't much of a threat to her, so I think I can safely put her here. And Rally Resistance is going to be really useful here. Actually, yeah, definitely a good idea to bring a Rally Resistance user to this chapter, because you're going to be taking a lot of hits from magic. And yeah, dual guards look very, very weird against Maya.
May I join you?
So yeah, the Rally Resistance doesn't make that much of a difference there, but it is still kind of useful. The assassins in this chapter hurt a lot though. And yeah, I really mean a lot. They're also very fast, so... This is actually one of the few Fire Emblem games in the series, I just realized, where assassins are actually pretty widespread as enemies. Usually, if there are assassins on the enemy side, usually they only show up as bosses. It's actually really rare that you see assassins randomly as just enemies. I guess it makes sense, because assassins in a lot of earlier games would make you go extinct by attacking you with lethality. And yeah, they kind of realize that lethality on random enemies is just not fair, which is why they that enemy assassins don't ever get lethality in this game. Now down here I have to, although I need to be careful of Maribel, and I need to be careful of, let's see, okay, you two are fine, but where is a bow assassin? Okay, Jerome can't go anywhere near that bow assassin. Mary Sue can't actually attack anyone there. So I'm gonna have to send in some more tanky characters. And we do need to be moving as quickly as possible, but sending in Jerome might be not Jerome, but sending in Laurent is gonna be a bad idea, so don't want to do that, obviously. Alright, his rally is skill, right? Yeah. And we do want to be moving quickly, because something is about to happen at the end of this turn. And it's the reason why you want to be moving quickly in this chapter. Equip the bow in case anyone tries to attack Gaius from range across that wall. And we get a Noble Rapier, which Gaius can't use, so I'll put that in the convoy. Now that reinforcement sorcerer there, as you can probably assume by the fact that he's nowhere near the main castle and he can't even get inside the main castle, that guy has Maya. So basically, Maya sorcerers are going to be slowly spawning from the top of the map down to the bottom. You know, I should not have equipped that lance there, I just realized, because now those berserkers are a real threat to Crom. Oh crap, that was a major miscalculation, and that was terrible, Crom, because now you can't ether and get healed.
Finished?
I should have equipped a sword. Hell, that was annoying. I need a dual guard now, or a miss. And I got a miss, okay. Yeah, don't follow my example there. That was stupid, equipping a lance when a bunch of berserkers were there. I guess it's just muscle memory going, oh yeah, Crom's a sword user. I set him into a bunch of enemy axe users. That makes sense, but actually no. Not in this case. Ouch!
Please allow me.
That's not nearly enough, but at least it gives Libra a level up. I'm interested to see just what Gaius and Libra's supports entail, because I had no idea they were actually a support pair. Yes, come on enemies, run! Run to me! Run to me so I can destroy you! Because I really need to destroy some things right about now. I also think now would be a good time for the Fortify Staff, but I might wait until towards the end of the turn. And as much as I'd like Gaius to stay there and just shoot one of these enemies, I need him to get moving. In fact, rescue staves might be useful to keep Gaius moving as well. Also, Yarn double sword masters. That's kind of ridiculous. They are doing quite a lot of damage and having quite a high hit rate against him though, so that's a little worrying.
My turn. I got sharp pointy teeth.
And yeah, now we hear Yarn's Monty Python reference.
Wait, I won?
Yes, yes you did, you always win. Yarn is death incarnate with sharp pointy teeth. Okay, you're equipping the sword, so attacking from here is my best option. And this is going to leave him on 1 HP, isn't it? Wow. That's annoying. Yeah, 1 HP. I actually really need this assassin gone. But I don't want to waste Cyre's forged Brave Sword, because that'll be useful later on in the game. Overkill Astra on a 1 HP guy. Yeah, you don't see all 5 hits of Astra if less than 5 is enough to finish them off. That's different in Fire Emblem 4, and in that game, I mean, I think in 4 you do see all the hits of Astra, even if it's not enough to finish them off. But moreover, in Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, you always see all the hits of Astra. And I think now calls for a Batarang.
Seize the chance.
Come on. I was about to say Lucid and Dual Strike, or Jerome will just be awesome. I did forge up the critical rate of that hand axe, so... And fortunately, Laurent is not in danger here, although I'd actually rather him be in danger because the enemies here are magic-based. Now, I think Maribel should just go in a little hidey hole here and heal everyone. Problem with that sorcerer is there's no way I can bait him into killing himself on the enemy phase because he can't counterattack at close range, and I need Crom to go up and open that chest. This is the thing that I don't like about the treasure chests in this map. They kind of force you to slow down, basically. They're all clustered around this area, and you have to go really out of your way for a few of them. Okay, the question here is, can Fortify reach? It can reach Crom, that's good. In fact, this reaches almost the entire map. I understand why they made the Goddess Staff not have range of the whole map in this game, because, well, it doesn't need to be. When your magic stats are high enough,
Formulate a plan.
you pretty much have a range of most of the map with staves anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah, another Maya Sorcerer just spawned.
We can do it.
So these guys kind of act like stationary turrets. Without a Maya Tome of your own, there is absolutely no way to even attack them. So you just don't worry about them, just run away. It's funny, a lot of guides say there's no way to attack them other than provoking them into moving, like, towards the walls, but they can't move, they have Maya Tomes equipped. Okay, that looks very cool, that slow-motion Griffin rise. Kind of reminds me of the Wyvern Lord, not critical, like all the Wyvern Lord animations in the Game Boy Advance games, where they just start flying all over the screen after they finished off an enemy. Or just attack in general. You dare attack Jerome? You stand no chance, for he is the knight.
Be ready.
Okay, now it's getting a little bit excessive, but he was technically the lowest level member of my team. 1 HP again! Kind of a theme here, isn't it? But this speed from the Griffin Rider class is pretty useful due to Virion giving him some good speed, and Deliverer. This increases movement by 1 when paired up. So yeah, proof of concept, these Maya Sorcerers can't even move, so they're basically just stationary turrets. Now, I think some reinforcements are going to appear here soon, so I'm going to want to stay on my toes here. Yeah, the regular Falchion is just not cutting it at this point in the game. Now, I would use Mary Sue for the extra magical resistance, but really, and the ability to attack at 1 to 2 range, but there are going to be quite a lot of enemies coming out of here, and I don't think she's really strong enough to take on everything here. Though, maybe. Let's just go and rally Spectrum, even though only one person benefited from it. And I kind of need to rush forward with Gaius here, because we need to get these chests. Yeah, Steel Sword's enough.
Sweet.
I'm really annoyed that I never used Gaius in my earlier playthroughs. He's been really good so far, although his strength is looking... I mean, his strength was amazing earlier on in the game. At this point, it's looking a little weak. And definitely don't want Jerome going down there, because that is definitely bad zone, especially with that killer bow. So, all of this red area here, this is bad for Batman zone. Batman no like going in this area. I sort of want to provoke some of those assassins into moving forward, but so in that case, gonna go with Tiki here. Yeah, I think she should be fine. Okay, provided that only one assassin is able to attack him, Laurent should be okay here. And rally magic, even though that's kind of useless to you guys. Jerome will be ready to make a break for it when the bow users are gone. And resistance rally. And another Maya guy. Now, yeah, very soon, reinforcements are going to spawn near Common Mary Sue. I forget exactly when they spawn, and the guide that I've been looking at for the reinforcements has been wrong so far. The guide said they'd spawn on turn 3, which is not true at all. See, it's funny, I usually remember a lot of things about chapters, but I have a hard time remembering exactly when reinforcements spawn, like what turns exactly. I often remember what types of reinforcements spawn. Like, here I know they're Berserkers, Assassins, and Sorcerers, but I often just forget when they spawn. Double Volcano! Actually, yes, she need have, because otherwise that assassin would have lived. Getting speed, though, is good. Laurent at this point is basically just a slightly higher stats version of Muriel, but really that's what Laurent is in general. Stupid chests. Why do I have to keep going back for these chests? Oh, well, there's only one more chest left after this one, so hopefully things will get... Okay, there is a bow assassin there, so I'll need to watch out. And yeah, this is still all in bad for Batman zone, so... You see, I should have brought an extra silver sword for her. I forgot how many total uses the Amatsu has. I kind of forget if I've been overusing it or not. I do have Hammer and Staves, and I want to use them on Amatsu if I can, because the only way to get another one is through DLC. Of course, as a legendary weapon, it can't be forged, which makes it pretty much inferior to forged brave weapons later in the game, but, oh well. So, Berserker guy there. Just need to make sure that Laurent isn't in danger of getting, kind of mauled. Okay, I think a possibly, maybe smarter course of action might be to have Yarn take out this guy. Let's see if Pan can do it, though. She needs a dual strike. I guess Yarn... Actually, no, Yarn doesn't need a dual strike, but... I haven't actually used Pan for a while, so let's just have her do this. In my other playthrough, I had Pan go through Assassin for a while, so she had quite a lot more stats than this. She's still doing well here, though. Though I am a little annoyed that Targ will have to hit level... very good, yeah. And that quote's no longer relevant anymore because there's Yarn. And you are still equipping your sword. Except this time, I do exactly enough damage to kill you, which is perfect. Though that killer bow assassin is kind of scary. But my whole idea was that if I cleared out the other assassin, I might just be able to take out the killer bow assassin immediately. And then I think Jerome and Lucina are safe down there, which means they'll be able to eliminate one of the Maya sorcerers before it becomes a problem. And yes, now this is going to do exactly enough damage to kill. Perfect. I'll need to heal him, but I'll save that till when Maribel gets to move. Just to be sure.
I'm by your side.
And I didn't get the critical. But I got it then, and I missed before. I mean, he missed before.
Naturally.
Yes, naturally. Naturally, bow assassins fall at the hands of the Dark Draco Knight. Now here, yeah, this is where I want to be careful of Crom and Mary Sue a bit. I'm going to go for Superior Jolt, because that's going to give me... Just equipping that is going to give me a higher chance of dodging Myers, which, I mean, they have low hit rates anyway, but still. And I don't think I even need, Fortify here. Using Physics Star for one range sounds a bit stupid, but if I move Maribel one space down, she would get attacked by a Tomahawk Berserker, and... well, that's not good for anybody. And there, that's why I was a little concerned. So yeah, here, this Maya has no chance of hitting just because of Superior Jolt. It's a spellbook that you can get off of event tiles that basically is a built-in Tome Breaker. Like all the superior weapons. In the Japanese version, those weapons were just called, like, Tome Breaker, Thunder... Okay, that was annoying. Like, Tome Breaker, Thunder, Axe Breaker, Axe, Sword Breaker, Sword. Yeah, so... I guess their English names do make sense, but they... A lot of the other weapons that have built-in skills are directly named after those skills, so I'm not sure why they didn't do the same thing with the Breaker weapons. And I am actually liking this speedy build for Jerome.
I'm right here.
The Dark Draco Knight cares not for your volcanoes.
Are you ready?
Okay, this is kind of funny. I think the only reason why this sorcerer has a 50% hit rate even with my Superior Jolt is because he also has Tome Breaker. So it's a double Tome Breaker clash, which means that we both get plus 50 accuracy and evasion.
It's all right.
Which I think is basically cancelling each other out.
Face me.
Nicely done.
The animation for Superior Jolt looks a lot like Katarina's Bolt, though. Okay, holy crap! That would have killed if it had hit. I underestimate how much damage these berserkers do sometimes.
Thanks.
But we're pretty much safe.
My strength is yours.
Have 33% critical, but no chance of hitting. So,
Checkmate.
that critical rate is pointless.
Your end has come.
And this guy's end has come.
Now that's strategy.
And we get a double level up. I know that since Crom and Mary Sue have both learned their level 15 class skills, technically it's most efficient to reclass them now, but I like going to level 20 before I reclass just to get all the stats that I can. That and I don't particularly want to reclass Crom. I probably will reclass Mary Sue. That's interesting, a reinforcement with a droppable weapon. That doesn't often happen. Grab this chest, and then I might have to rescue Staff Gaius back down, because that'll be the best way I can... See, the problem with this master key here is it can open a door or a treasure chest and it only has one use. Which means that I need Gaius to get to this chest anyway, because I need him to unlock like either the door or the chest. So, can't use the master key on both. In Fire Emblem 3, or Mystery of the Emblem, the master key had 5 uses, so you actually, and I think it had that many uses in Shadow Dragon as well, so... Yeah, also note that there are now... 4 of those side static turret guys. And soon reinforcements will spawn from here, and I do not want Maribel to be around when that happens. But speaking of things that I don't want to be around... Can I just do this with the regular hand axe? I don't think so, but hello Maya guy. One less Maya guy is good by me.
Take this.
And are we going to get a support bonus? Yes, we are. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. So there are a couple of sword masters there. So we want to be a little concerned about having Laurent attack them. You know, I just realized something. Jerome, through Virion, has access to the Dark Knight class. That's kind of funny.
Superb technique.
Her gaining strength is okay, but his is still pretty low. Huh. Yeah, I'd probably rather send... I'll keep Tiki here for the moment, because reinforcements will spawn from here, and when that happens, I don't want too many people to be around there. Though... there is the issue of Gaius, and... Okay, what I'm going to do here is... I might blockade this area with Yarn just in case reinforcements appear, and then I will do a rescue from there, because if Gaius shows up on that spot, he might be able to get attacked by ranged enemies. And Maribel doesn't have rescue anyway, I need to switch over to Brady. Can his rescue reach far enough? Yes, it can! So that's another Maya guy. We need to get moving. Maya guys will continue to spawn until all of those steps end up filled, so... Yeah, you want to beat the chapter before that happens, otherwise you're going to be bombarded by a ton of Maya spells. Okay, you're all moving. Okay, I guess the enemies get provoked in groups. These sword masters are a little annoying, but... Okay, get that door. Now, what I would normally like to do is get in there and kill that Maya guy, but I think I need Maribel to heal this turn. Equipping a sword is much safer than equipping a lance here with all the berserkers running around. Let's see, none of the enemies here are bows, so I think Jerome is kind of fine. Oh wait, no, he's not fine. Rexcalibur is very bad for him, and I haven't actually used Lucina. Well, there's a good reason I haven't used Lucina here, and that's because she is kind of over-leveled at this point, but I could use her here. Though I sort of want to get Yarn in on the action down in the lower area. Yeah, I'd much rather have Tiki guard that area, but I can't keep Laurent around here for long. And that's an annoying Tomahawk guy. Just thinking about how I want to do this, I think reinforcements are going to spawn from here really, really soon. And if that's the case, I need to be very, very careful of Maribel. So the thing is, the problem with leaving Yarn here is if the reinforcements spawn this turn, and too many of them attack him, he'll kill them all, which is actually a bad thing, because it means that more of them will attack him, the damage will keep adding up, and he will most likely end up dead. Here... Don't exactly want to hog all the experience, but, okay, I'll go with this for now, because I'm kind of taking a gamble with the reinforcements maybe not appearing this turn, but if they do, Crom is blocking one of the spawn points, and so hopefully Yarn will not, and you just didn't die. That's brilliant. I'm gonna have... Yeah, for now, I'm gonna have Yarn stay... Not Yarn. Laurent stay back a bit. Uselessly rally magic, and yeah, you're the only one left, so I have to go over here and fortify, which is my last use of fortify, but hopefully this is a use well spent. Yeah, that's, yeah, reinforcements. Reinforcements did come this turn, but hopefully... Also, reinforcements are going to spawn from the lower staircases quite soon as well. If you want to, you can just rush to beat the boss here, but I want to see if I can get rid of most of the initial enemies in this chapter. 17 damage to Cyree. I guess it's the pair-up bonus from Tiki, which is insane, but... And I'm very glad that activating Astra only consumes one use of your weapon.
Victory.
As long as the memory of her brother is with her, Cyree will never fall. Hopefully. And that one does a lot more damage, so for some reason that other Swordmaster must have just been a lot weaker. Good dual guard there, Tiki. That's giving me a lot of relief. Hello there, coward who's attacking from long range. I don't like you.
Taste my fury.
Yeah, you'll taste my fury if you'd hit, but you didn't hit, thankfully. And this is why Amatsu is so useful. 1 to 2 ranged swords, very hard to come by. 1 to 2 ranged physical swords, even more so. Yeah, gotta be careful of Amatsu here. Often the biggest risk of your weapons running out comes in the enemy phase when you equip a powerful weapon, and you... Also, Yarn is definitely surviving this turn. You equip a powerful weapon, you're forced to continuously use it through the enemy phase, and that's why sometimes I avoid using Hector's Wolfbeal in Blazing Sword, because that thing tends to... crowded enemy phases wear out that thing's uses really quickly, and that's a very, very precious axe. And if you're playing on Hector's Tail, I mean... I think you only get another one if you're playing on Hector's Tail. The Wolfbeal is basically Hector's Hector's a lord in that game. The wolf wield's his equivalent of the rapier, an axe that's effective against both cavalry and armored units. Pretty much every... I'm not scared of that because that's pointless. Ouch. I need to heal Yarn, though. And you're moving. Okay, so yoink. And that's all the chests. Large bullion. Seems like there's a bullion in just about every chapter. Now, I almost... Oh, one space off. I almost need to grab that extra weapon out of the... That extra fortify stuff out of the convoy and use it, so I might actually have to do that. Which means that I'm forced to just move Crom here. I can switch over to Mary Sue and rally. That's probably the best thing I can do in this turn. You. I do not like you at all. Because, yeah, reinforcements are going to spawn from down there soon, too, so... Very soon, this upper area is going to be the more safe one. You eat a Rex Caliber.
Mind yourself.
Again, I don't know why it's not called Tornado in this game.
Excellent data.
Because Rex Caliber was actually a legendary weapon in its first appearance, but I'm not questioning them. As much as I would love to concentrate on the front lines here, but... Do either of you have Rex Caliber? No, you don't, but Ruin could be annoying for Jerome. Though I don't want a bow assassin to spawn down there and kill Jerome. That would be really, really annoying. I only double those Swordmasters with the Dragonstone Plus. That makes sense, though, but interesting to know. We are kind of getting bogged down by these enemies out front here, which is exactly the opposite of what you want to happen in this chapter, so I really need to get moving. Setting Jerome back here because with Deliverer he can very easily get back onto the front lines. And yeah, nice Griffin uppercut there.
That's your fate.
Oh, very, very nice. And yeah, he now refers to Minerva even though he released her back into the wilds and ditched her for a random Griffin. Yeah, game plan, story segregation. You know what? I actually think that I don't need the Fortify Staff here. Yeah, that's going to heal as much as Fortify would, so... I didn't need to have Crom to stop there. Oh well. Okay, so hopefully this guy dies. You know, okay, I don't want to tempt fate, but I don't think I've ever seen an enemy Swordmaster that wasn't Yenfei activate lethality on me, but Yarn ended him, so it's all fine.
Over?
Yes, it's over. There's a huge dissonance between a lot of Yarn's combat quotes, but actually, Yarn's almost maxed out in Targwell. I'm wondering what I should reclass him to. I would say Assassin, but we have a lot of Assassins. Please tell me that Bow Sorcerer... not Bow Sorcerer, that's stupid. Bow Assassin is not in range of Jerome. He can actually tank one hit from an Assassin, usually, unless he gets hit by Maya, which he didn't. Wait, you're attacking up close? Oh yeah, you're one of the ones that have Nosferatu as well as Maya. I was thinking of the enemies on the sides who... Come on, Libra Jolt! Ah, really? And that was... Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh no! Well, I mean, at least Laurent's resistance is good, but that's bad because I think a Berserker and an Assassin just spawned behind him. I think Muriel is going to need to dual guard him. And I thought that Laurent was safe here. Okay, dodging there is good. Just keep that up. Lauren has had a knack for lucky escapes in the previous chapter I used him, so hopefully the same will be true here. Yeah, you're not going for Jerome. That tells me that you have an evil plan in mind. Dodge it or dual guard. Okay. Now all I have to do is hope that the Berserker can't actually reach him.
Superb technique.
I'm pretty sure this is the last wave of reinforcements though, so if we get through these, we're done. The real question is, yeah, if we get through these. Oh, it was just a sorcerer. I thought that was a Berserker for some reason. Thoron, though. Anyway, bunch of enemies moving forward, and okay, oh yeah, I don't want to end this chapter now because I want that Maya Tome. I also want to preserve its uses a bit, so... want to make sure that we can take him out before he gets a chance to use it, which might be difficult. So now we have, yeah, lots and lots of Maya Sorcerers on the sides there. And since we don't actually need to open any more chests, Gaius can just get a little bit more bow experience off this guy, seeing as the bronze bow is enough to finish it off. It's always cool when you activate lethality with a bronze bow, because normally it does pathetic damage, but then suddenly, oh wait, it's instant death. Apart from that, Rescue Brady has not done much in this chapter, I just realized. And I get the feeling that Jerome and Lucina are going to be the MVPs here.
Right here.
I had a feeling that would hit, actually. You know when you just get that feeling, you're like, oh yeah, that attack's going to hit? I've discussed that before, and I got that feeling there. Sometimes you can tell it by the animations, but not always. And now I'm going to grab that extra Fortify staff that we just picked up from that chest, and hey, random Pledgians, we're using items from your royal treasury right now against you! That's pretty satisfying. Her gaining skill is useful because that seems to be one of her lower stats. Those are some pretty good stats overall, though. I need to repair a Matsu soon. Ruin is dangerous, so I might put someone with high defense down there. I.e. Tiki. And that just leaves Lawrence again. He's had way too many close calls this chapter. Oh, more reinforcements from the top of the map. At least they can't get to us. So yeah, this is why you want to hurry up and escape the map as quickly as possible, because we get lots and lots of reinforcements coming from behind, and I think that means another wave of reinforcements is going to be coming from the closer ones, so I might need to rescue Staff Gaius again. And the boss is moving. Okay, the reason why this is bad is because if he kills himself before I get that Maya Tome, I'm going to have to restart the chapter. So I'm not worried about the boss himself, I'm worried about the potential for ending this chapter early. Leaving Pledgia so soon? No. Please stay a while. Stay forever. Algol's pretty much a generic boss in the main story, but if you play the DLC, there's an alternate universe version of Algol who is absolutely horrifying, so I'm not sure if it lends a bit of depth to this version because they're definitely not the same. Like, they are pretty much two totally different characters. One's completely and utterly generic, and the other is, just one of the absolute worst monsters in the series, that other Algol.
Mind your foe.
But they do look the same.
You're a lifesaver!
This might be one of the few times where I actually don't fight a lot of the enemies in the chapter. I have to stall for one more turn so I can actually grab that Maya Tome. Or I could do clever application of, okay, let's see if... You know what? That could work. That's going to be my plan. And because of that, I'm going to save my high movement characters. Also, I could just unlock that door, but I'm not sure if that's going to be helpful to me at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that guy out, and then I'm going to rescue staff somebody over here, and then take him out, and then take out the boss. So, firstly, I'm going to finish off this guy with my last remaining use of the Silver Sword, which is very efficient. Because a one-use Silver Sword would be a massive problem on the enemy phase, but in a situation where I only need one hit to kill an enemy anyway, it's fine to waste it there. So that's gone. With that, I need to do this. Okay, if I rescue someone with high enough movement, as in Jerome, I'm pretty sure he'll be able to get to that guy. So, rescue plan. Switch over, rescue staff. So that's the cool thing about rescue staffs, is that they just have so many uses. Their intended use was to get characters out of danger, but they have so many more applications than that. Helping characters move across the map faster, getting characters into places where they're needed most, effectively giving a character a massive extension on their movement. A lot of ways you can use rescue staffs. And there is the Maya Tome, and with that, we're safe to leave this chapter. No, even the Dark Draco Knight needs practice. Well, okay, he's gonna get obliterated by that, but that Wrath skill could be annoying, so... Yeah, let's go for a powerful hit here, or not, because... Okay, he's not going to double Muriel, at least. But that Wrath skill worries me, so... Yeah, this guy has a ton of HP as well. Wrath and Gamble, so that's a very high critical rate when his HP goes below half. But...
Come on.
Let's cut our way through. Crom is not going to be interrupted in his escape from the castle. And that missed. Wow.
I will not fail.
Definitely not going to be interrupted. Also, you'll notice there's a slight variation on the generic... Well, not the generic boss theme, the sort of army boss theme here. It's kind of weird that the boss theme for the last part of the game is just a very, very slight variation on the normal one. I wish they'd done a more unique boss theme for this, but it is actually pretty good. I kind of prefer it to the original version. And I called it. Lucina and Jerome were the heroes. With that, we can get out. And we seem to have arrived in the exact same room we were when we started this chapter. Did we just go around in circles? Oh no! Maleficar has access to the power of villain teleportation! And he somehow just mortally wounded Crom by slapping him in the face. Run all you like, you can't escape my plot hack's teleportation, and my slap of doom. I learned that trick in villain school.
Father!
Gods!
Uh-oh. Looks like that, that thing we saw before with Mary Sue isn't exactly just, her flashbacks acting up again.
Now then.
Maleficar has mastered the power of mind control. And so Mary Sue slowly shambles over to Crom, looking like that, which looks kind of silly. And somehow inserts the Dark Sphere. All 5 gemstones, the emblem is complete. But it's not in our hands. With the Fire Emblem complete, it's possible for it to serve an evil purpose as well as a good one. Maleficent needs it for his evil plan.
Wait!
His evil plan to become the greatest Disney villain of all time. And Crom is still wounded by the villain slap of doom.
I'm so sorry.
Listen to me.
Yeah, being the child of a villain is kind of problematic sometimes.
Yeah.
But Mary Sue should be perfect and incorruptible and immune to mind control. Interesting. And we get the save screen here. Now, after this chapter, something very, very important happens. And it's still considered to be part of Chapter 21. And so I'm gonna just go ahead and do the save here. Because something is about to happen.
It's my fault.
And finally, we actually have the origin of one of the Avatar's test lines.
It's all right.
Oh, so Mary Sue finally admits she's untrustworthy. Frederick was right!
No.
I guess she can. Unless what Maleficent wants is also what Mary Sue wants. But yeah, when you think about it like this, if Maleficent expects Mary Sue to blindly obey, we could make a trap for him.
Shall we then?
Mary Sue's not in a mounted class.
No.
Come on!
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we need to focus on taking him down. But what's Lucina doing? Sunset now in a field outside Pledgia Castle. What are you doing here, Lucina?
Mother.
Now, this scene that's about to take place, there are 3 different variations on this scene. One, if your avatar has no family ties to Lucina at all. I'll be showing that option off later. The other is if your avatar is male and married to Lucina. I sadly won't be able to show off that option because I don't have any files that married an avatar to Lucina. The third one is the one you'll be seeing right now. Now, these variations only affect the dialogue. What actually happens here is always the same, so you don't need to worry about anything.
Oh. Yes.
We're about to find out the truth of why Lucina came back. She does have a few memories of him.
Oh.
And we did know that he died.
Right.
Yes, it will be. And fangirls everywhere will be crying.
I'm so sorry.
Careful what you say, Mary Sue. Yes, it turns out that Lucina's real purpose in coming back in time. She didn't come back in time to kill Grima. She came back in time to kill Mary Sue and prevent this horrible fanfiction from ever having existed. Once Lucina goes through with it and slays Mary Sue right here, canon will reverse and return to the way it should be. Lucina, do it! Now's your chance! You can end this horrible fanfiction! Yes, in the future, Mary Sue is the one who kills Crom. I remember dreaming about something like that vaguely.
What?
Because he was the main character, and he was stealing your spotlight. That must be it. And, again, this line doesn't make much sense if the Avatar married him.
No.
I challenge my fate!
Yes, this dark fanfiction can be averted, and sacrifices will be made. Do it! Finish Mary Sue now and end this! But here, we see Mary Sue's plan come to the surface. We have a choice here. Mary Sue can either accept Lucina's judgment or not. This scene does change based on what you say, but don't worry, nobody will end up dying regardless of what you choose. I just spoiled it, but it should be obvious. I mean, none of these characters would actually die here, otherwise the plot would just kind of end. So, normally I would actually choose no here, and I'll talk about why when I actually show that option off, because I'm going to do that in my other file. But I think it's in character for Mary Sue to do this. This is what Mary Sue has to say. Yes. Go on. Do it. Kill your own mother. You don't have the guts.
Right. Mother.
No, Lucina, don't! Her manipulations are working on you!
Mother.
You're all right.
Why?
She's a master manipulator. Don't fall for her lies! Lucina, you're stronger than this. I know you are!
I can't do it.
It worked. Mary Sue's plan worked. She knew this would happen. She had full knowledge of the plot, and she knew the only way she could evade being killed by Lucina was to become her mother. She knew Lucina would never turn her sword on her own mother. And that's why she seduced Crom and married him, becoming the mother of Lucina. With that, Mary Sue's life is preserved, and this fanfic will continue. Look, if you heard every word, why weren't you intervening there? Your daughter was about to kill someone. I mean, admittedly, oh no, we trust Mary Sue. Admittedly, it wasn't Mary Sue, and by killing her, she would have reversed the fanfiction and turned everything to normal again. I think most of this dialogue is the same regardless of if they're married or not.
Father.
Yes, you are, but Mary Sue, she seduced Crom just so she could become your mother, just so she could avoid being killed by you. But maybe things can change. Maybe Mary Sue won't murder Crom this time.
I'm so sorry.
Family bond. I guess you could call it that. That was what Mary Sue counted on all along. The power of family bonds. It saved her, and because of that, this fanfiction continues. Our next stop? The table approach. We mustn't dwell on the past. We have to keep going. It's time to fight Maleficar once and for all, and prevent his evil plans from succeeding. Let's just hope Mary Sue's don't succeed as well. Here's the Lucina's judgment scene if you are not married to Lucina and... yeah, are a male avatar. So this is the no family ties to Lucina scene at all. And don't ask why my avatar is here as a paladin. I'm just grinding for skills on this file, so yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
So this goes mostly the same.
Oh.
Right.
Except that Lucina doesn't say mother. It's interesting that Lucina is still smiling when she says that she can't let that happen, and you know that she's contemplating killing the Avatar. It's actually a little disturbing.
I'm so sorry.
And notice how the Avatar doesn't say, I do too, in this case. So, yeah, that's one very slight difference. This music, though, this music still gets me. Even in the other file where I was recording this, where I have a very different interpretation of this scene, and I don't find it actually sad at all, it's still hard to resist getting the feels from this music.
What?
So, weirdly enough, this line doesn't change if the Avatar is female and married to Crom. So, again, another one of those instances where people say that the story is shipping Crom and the Avatar. I don't see it at all. I see it as more the story just says they're friends. But yeah, the scene you saw at the beginning of the game of the Avatar killing Crom, they weren't exactly doing it willingly.
No.
I challenge my fate!
And really, I'm not seeing many differences here other than replacing matricide with murder. Of course, this scene's very different if the Avatar's married to Lucina, and I'm annoyed that I can't show that option off. But you'll probably be able to find that scene by searching for it on YouTube. And here I promised that I'd show the other option here, but really, in character here, I like saying no here. There are several reasons that I give for this. The main thing that I see my Avatar saying here is, they would say this: if it were just me, I would say, yeah, sacrifice me for the greater good, that doesn't matter. But the Avatar here has a family, he's married and has children, and he would not want to leave them behind. Saying no here, I don't see that as being selfish. I see that as him not wanting to cause his family pain. That, and I see saying no here as agreeing with Lucina, saying, yes, we can change fate. I will make sure that I don't kill Crom this time. We can find some way to do this that doesn't involve anyone dying. Wasn't that what you wanted all along?
Wait!
And Crom comes and stops it regardless. Also note the oddity of Lucina being a Darkfly here, because I'm trying to grind off the Gale Force, and It's a class where she can't use swords and she's still holding the falchion, so it looks a little weird.
But don't you see?
So Crom acts quite differently in this version.
Father!
Listen to me.
And yeah, they're back to the whole bonds thing, so this is virtually the same. And this is exactly why I like saying no here. It shows that the Avatar does believe in himself, or herself, more.
Father.
Yeah, well, we couldn't even support each other in the premonition chapter, so of course our ties are stronger here.
All right.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
She was just doing what she thought was right. We can't really hold that against her. Now it's just our job to prove her wrong. So really all the married version does is it does change things so that Lucina's a lot more emotional about... Really the married version... You see a lot more of the differences if you accept Lucina's judgment, hence part of why I chose to do that option on the Mary Sue file. Because yeah, if you choose to reject her judgment, you actually don't see as many of the differences there. For the mother-daughter one, and for the married version as well. If they're married and you choose accept judgment, that scene gets really heart-wrenching. But anyway, with that done, next time we'll be heading to the Table Approach to fight, well, an interesting set of foes. I've really been looking forward to this next chapter, so I hope you enjoy it when it comes. See you then.